California's Gold is produced in association with KCET Los Angeles and is seen statewide on California Public Television. This series is endorsed by the California Teachers Association, the California School Boards Association, and the California Library Association. You know, one of the most exciting things about our travels around California is that most of the time we never know for sure exactly what lies ahead. It is truly an adventure. Take, for example, a recent Sunday morning in Central California. We were going south on Highway 99, heading to lunch in Bakersfield. A lunch that ended up being one of the most enjoyable I've ever had. Well, here we are in old Bakersfield, and boy, I mean, this is really old Bakersfield. They call this area Old Kern. There's the old Bakersfield train station down there, and we're standing on Sumner Street, which is kind of an interesting street. There's some trailers and some deserted buildings here. This is kind of a industrial part of town, and look over here. This old building right here is an old rooming house, an old hotel, and right down here is a little building with a neon sign on the front. You have to look hard to see it. It says Noriegas, and the truth of the matter is, if you didn't know to stop, you could very easily just drive right on by this place and never know what was inside. But believe me, when you do stop and you do go inside, when you go in there, you'll find true, honest, real California's gold. Okay, it's 11:30 Sunday morning. We're inside Noriegas. We've been in here just a couple of minutes. I came over here to the bar, and right off the bat, I met this gentleman. Your name is?
Francisco Mendiara.
Now, what kind of a name is that?
That's a Basque name.
A Basque name, because this is a Basque bar, a Basque hotel, a Basque restaurant.
100%.
100%.
Yes,
all
sir.
right, now part of the tradition here is that when you come here for lunch, before you have lunch, you spend some time here at the bar, right? Is that right?
That's all right. You must drink a pecan punch.
Pecan punch. He's already bought me a... What are y'all laughing at, fellas? You know what I'm getting into, don't you?
It's all toasting.
All right, we're all toasting.
We're all toasting there. Happy days.
And what is a pecan punch? Is that a Basque drink?
100% it's a Basque drink. They made out of the grenadine, shot of pecan, soda, and a brandy float.
Boy, it has a nice pick-me-up kind of a taste to it, doesn't it?
You bet.
Wow.
The best in the West.
Now, are you here every Sunday?
Pretty much.
And why do you come on Sundays here?
Because I work the other days.
So this is kind of a chance to visit, to
Visit with my friends and
catch up.
have a breakfast or lunch and have a 2-3 hours of relaxing and enjoy and talking
kinda
about
hang
things.
out.
That's it.
Now, these fellas Basque, your name is?
Yeah, my name is Fred Alchu.
Nice to meet you. That's
Nice
a
to
Basque
meet you.
name?
Yes,
From what country originally?
Spain, northern Spain, yeah.
And your name is?
José Gómez,
And you are from?
Spain.
Spain. That's another Basque name.
Yeah.
And your name is?
Luis Menchaca,
Now, is that a Basque name?
yeah. Vizcaya,
Vizcaya
uh-huh.
in Spain.
Spain, yeah.
So how long have you all been over here in Bakersfield?
I've been here since 1970.
1970. And why did you come over here?
Well, it wasn't too much work to do in Spain, and we tried to come over here to make a little better living.
And did you come to this part of California because it was known as kind of a Basque place to come from
Right.
centuries ago?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I knew there was a lot of Basque people here, and that's how I came over here. And my first job was to be a sheep herder.
That's right. The Basque
And
sheep herder.
then I spent about 8 years
What'd you do?
I talk like a sheep. Man.
You're buying everybody drinks. Is that part of the tradition?
Yes, it is. And we used to drink too much years ago. Now we can't do it because it's dangerous.
Kind of settle down a little
That's
bit.
right. That's
Now,
right.
that's an interesting accent you have. Where is that from?
Spain.
From Spain. So you
Basque Spanish.
literally came over here from
Yes.
Spain.
I came here in 1954 to Bakersfield.
Wow.
Long time ago.
You didn't come over here to herd sheep, did you?
Yes, I did.
Really? So that's a true story. Most of the
It is a true
Basque
story.
originally came to California as sheep herders.
Almost all of us, because that's the only way we could come.
Yeah.
And I had an uncle in Fresno, and he's the one that paid for my trip.
Wow.
I was 17 years old,
Wow.
and I cried a couple of times after I got over here.
But how exciting for you to be in this country and start a new life.
Oh yes, well at the beginning it was kind of hard, you know, but after you get used to it, and then I got married, and then I go back once in a while, but I love this country. I love this country. This was good for us. We work all our lives, but we had a good life.
Okay, for purely historical and cultural reasons, I've come back for the pecan punch.
You better. That's
All right.
the best medicine you can have today.
All right, we're going to go over here because the place is filling up. We got a table over here. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you doing?
All right.
My name's Huell Hauser.
You Hauser, huh?
Your name is?
Robert Jimenez. My wife Sophie.
Nice to meet you.
My niece Emma and her boyfriend.
Nice to meet you all.
Down
Now,
south.
is this a Basque family?
Oh, we've been coming here for over 25 years.
Are you Basque?
No, Mexicans.
But you seem to be having a good time
Oh, yeah.
here.
They got good food. My brother.
Really? You come here for the food, for the
Oh
atmosphere?
gosh, yes, for the food. And the atmosphere too.
Uh-huh.
It's real nice.
Are you Basque?
No, but my daughter is.
Now, wait a minute, how did that work out?
I think I just married into it. I got
Okay,
lucky.
Is your wife here?
No, my wife is, she's a nurse. She's working today.
All right, so you're an honorary Basque.
Absolutely.
And your daughter is half Basque.
Yes.
And what does it mean to be half Basque or
Well,
Basque?
You know, the Basque culture is a culture in itself. You know, it's like a little small country, and we've been over there a couple of times. And
Really?
It's right along the Spanish-French border. My father-in-law is actually French Basque, and you could be Spanish or French depending on which side of the border you live on.
Yeah.
It's a very, very beautiful country. Beautiful people, obviously. They're a very tight-knit group.
Your parents came to this country,
Yes, my parents came from the French side of the Basque country.
and
yeah.
your parents came.
Well, it was the same. I'm a hybrid as well, though, with John. My dad was born here, a Basque born here, but my mom came from the Basque country in Europe.
Okay, and you have kind of a concern, don't you,
What concern would that be?
about carrying on the...
Yeah, well, our purpose, we had lunch here today because we're trying to continue the Basque language. There's only about 1 million people in the whole world that speak Basque. So we're starting a new Basque language program here in California as well as some of the other western states.
What is the Basque language? I thought it was Spanish or French.
Oh, no. I'm going to turn the mic over to Johnny because he's...
No, say something.
He's a
I'm serious.
professor here at Claremont who'll tell you
Well,
this
right here on the wall, you got at the bottom there, Euskalduna Chair. That's the Basque house.
Wait a minute. Where you...
Right here at the very bottom, Euskalduna Chair, the last line there.
Oh, up on the
That's
lighted sign.
Yeah. So right there, that's Basque. That means Basque house. It's older than Spanish and French, because when the Romans went there 2,000 years ago to the Basque country of Spain and France, the Basques were already there. So Spanish and French comes after the Romans.
So how hard is it to keep this language going?
That's a piece of cake.
Really?
Because little kids can learn Chinese, so it's possible.
Yeah, but you have to teach your children.
It is a challenge we do have, is teaching our children Basque. When you have such a small population of people that do speak Basque, you want to make sure you instill it in your kids and make them aware of its relevance to their life and to their culture. So we're trying to keep that up.
And what is its relevance to their culture and their life here in California today?
For example, Escualduna the word Esqualduna, which is what we call ourselves, means got Basque, as Johnny pointed out to me earlier here at lunch. And it means those who have Basque. So our definition in of itself is based on our language. And if you don't have the language, you almost lose that self-identity that you have there.
And it is important to keep your self-identity, isn't it?
Extremely important. I mean, it's one of the things, if you're going to survive in today's world, in the grand multiculturalism that you have, you got to keep that tradition alive and teach it to your children. Otherwise, it might disappear.
Very good.
You're writing down the reservations here.
They're all written down. On Sundays, you got to have a reservation.
It's pretty important that you get them written down, isn't
Absolutely.
it? So Sundays are the big day around here.
Yes, they are.
We haven't formally met you. Boy, they are coming in the door. Come on in. Your name is?
Rochelle.
And you are the owner.
Yes,
of
one
this
of them.
place. What do you mean
Right.
one of them?
One of them. My sister Linda is the other owner. We're
Okay,
partners.
so the two sisters run this place.
That's right.
And this place has been here for a long time. Let's walk right over here.
Yes, since 1893.
And it's always been Basque.
Yes,
It
has.
started off as a hotel.
Boarding house.
And how long was
And
it?
it's still a boarding house. We still have boarders. They live here. They eat lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner here.
Really? And who else comes in here?
Well, anyone that's hungry. And we have a lot of those, as you can
because
see.
We haven't even talked about lunch yet. The deal is, it's about 10 to 12 now. This place is going to fill up in the next few minutes.
Yes, it will.
And then what do? Ring a bell or just
No.
open that door and say, come on, everybody,
No,
let's
that's
eat?
why I have this list right here. I have to call them in. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. You have 3 big, long tables. You have to jigsaw puzzle everybody in there because
Yeah.
everybody's a different amount, and each table holds a different amount. So
But it's an interesting looking group of people in here. It's a real
it's a
cross
very
section,
big mix.
isn't it?
Very big mix. Quite a variety of people.
Mix of what?
Of people, just everybody. It's not just the Basque people, you know. Usually, it used to be that it was just the Basque people on Sunday, but so many Americans now have found out about it. They love it. They love to eat. They love the food. So it's everybody, anybody and everybody.
Well, thank you for taking time to visit with us, because I know this is the time of day on Sundays that you're a little stressed, aren't
Yes, yes.
you? She's got to make sure that list.
I got to make sure this list is right.
I've been coming here for 45 years.
Really?
When my son was born, just before he was born, I was sitting on that bar.
You're a kid?
45 years ago.
So you went into labor on the
I
bar?
did almost exactly.
Well, has the place changed
No.
much?
It's still the same exact way as it was then.
And how would you describe that to someone who's never been here?
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's just very quaint and very old, and it was old then and it's still old now.
Now, this is exciting. We've got a little bit of honest-to-goodness Basque music here, don't we?
Yeah.
Your name is?
Solange?
Are you Basque?
Yes.
And you're Basque?
Yes. Jeanette Ariette.
And this is Basque?
Accordion? Sure.
Basque accordion?
Oh, yeah, and you mean our song is going to be Nevada. It's about Basque people coming to Nevada and the sheepers when they started.
All right,
She's
let's
gonna sing.
hear it. Thank you. They're talking at the bar. What are you guys talking about over here?
About hunting, about a lot of things, you know.
About hunting?
Hunting, yeah. We just come from hunting, you know.
What kind of hunting?
Dove.
Dog hunting?
Dove.
Dove hunting. I'm sorry, I'm on my second pecan punch. I didn't hear you right.
Yeah, he's one of them. He's another one.
Nice to meet you. Your name is? Your name?
Arno.
Nice to meet you, sir. And your name?
Martin.
Nice to meet you. So you three guys have probably known each other for a few years.
He's my brother.
Brothers?
Yeah. And he's almost my brother.
So it's a pretty tight-knit community.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We all get together on Sundays over here, eat lunch, and get a little big Baileys. And
Look at this. They're coming in the door. Come on in.
You know, this is a beautiful place. The two brothers that started it, their pictures behind you.
Oh, yeah.
And then Janice took it over, and now the daughters run it, and it's just a beautiful place, and they work their heart out. It's just a
What do you
neat
mean
place.
work their heart out?
They're here except 1 day a week they're not here. 6 days a week they're here for everybody. With breakfast at 6 in the morning till late at night.
Really? So this is a 6-day a week?
Oh, yeah.
3 meal a day?
Yes. You can have breakfast here with all the fixings.
There's
just
a Basque breakfast?
Absolutely.
What's a Basque breakfast?
Well, they bring you the wine.
Minneberry!
Okay, so you're yelling off the names.
I'm yelling off the names. Larry!
And here they come, and you're checking them off, and can we go in?
You may go in.
All right, let's go in.
Enjoy your lunch.
Okay, here we go, and look what's going on in here. We're now in Noriega's dining room. 3 huge tables, long tables. Look at this. As far down as you can see, people are lining up. Your name is Bernadette?
Yes.
And you are Basque?
Yes, I'm French Basque.
French Basque. Got to add that French Basque. How many years have you been working here?
Over 40.
Over 40 years?
Yes.
Now, what are we having today?
Okay, the soup today is vermicelli, and in Spanish it's called fideo. Soup.
Now, is it the same soup every week?
No, they've got the different kinds of soups.
Can we take? Is this the soup right over here?
Right there.
Excuse me.
That's vermicelli.
Let me just take a look.
Or fideo. You can see it's called fideo or vermicelli.
I got you.
Okay, then they have the different soups every day.
But this is just the first course.
Oh yeah, there's many more to come.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah, they've got the pickle tongue, we've got the salad, and then we'll have.
Don't forget about the good stuff.
On the table, you have your soup, your salad, beans, salsa, French bread.
That's just when you come in and sit down.
Yes.
So is that considered the first course or the first 4 courses?
First course.
That's the first course.
Usually fills up most people.
But that's just the beginning.
Yes. And then you have your usually 2 main courses for lunch, which today we're having paella, and we're having our second one is roast beef, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
Now, does it change from week to week?
Saturday and Sunday is different. Every Saturday and Sunday
so
is
you
different.
never know what you're going to get.
It's a surprise.
But you always know you're going to get the wine, right?
And it's better than Lucille Ball's when she stomped it out.
And
This
don't
is
ever forget to not put it on the table.
The wine?
Because they will remind you.
This is the best. We would wish you would cheers to us.
All right. Oh, boy.
I'm telling you, it's good.
I don't speak much English.
Oh, you speak fine.
What you want me to tell you? What you want to know?
Well, you are from
Basque country.
Basque country?
Yes.
In France?
In France, yes.
In France?
Yes.
And that's why you're wearing the beret?
Yes, I do that. If I don't got my beret, I feel like I'm naked.
She's holding up the wine. No question about that. But we got here's the salad. Here are the beans over here. Here's the soup and the bread and the salsa. first course, right?
Right. Yes.
More to come.
More to come. A lot more to come.
Next course. What have, oh boy, look at this. What have we got here? The paella.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Chicken and rice and shrimp, olives, and it has some saffron in it.
Now this is typically Basque food, right? This is as Basque as it can get right here, isn't it?
I believe so. I grew up eating it.
All right, bring it on over to the table. They're waiting. Oh boy. And it's all done family style. They take a helping and pass it down to those people sitting next to them. Save some for the others.
In 30 years of being here, you better get it when you can.
Yeah, that's what I figured. When it's hot.
If you don't, it's gone. When it sits on the table, you better get it.
I got married in here 11 years ago.
You got married in Noriega?
In Noriega, standing right over there. Sat down, said, I do, let's eat.
You're at the end of the table. Are you Basque?
No, I am not Basque. Actually, we used to live in Bakersfield, and we moved to San Fernando Valley just, in June. So we came to visit our friends here, and this is our favorite place to come. So
I think you may be, from the smile on your face and the enjoyment you're obviously having here. I think you got a few drops of that Basque blood in there somewhere, don't you?
Yeah, I guess drinking the wine here makes you a little bit more Basque.
This is your grandson.
Yes, sir.
His name is?
Gayet.
And you are starting him off early in the Basque tradition, right?
Oh, yeah, he loves that. Yeah, he loves Basque things.
Now,
he dances already and sings in Basque.
He sings in Basque?
He does.
So it's very important for the Basque to continue this tradition, right?
Yeah, it is really important, and that's what we're trying.
Yeah.
My daughter right over there and her husband are teaching Basque dancing in Chino for many years.
Basque dancing in
yeah.
Chino?
In Chino. She's there and her husband is over there.
What?
They went all around the world in the Basque country.
Right. Basque are all around the world. And in California.
They went to France and they saw the Basques there. They went everywhere and saw Basques.
Wow, he's learning.
Yeah, he is. Real quick.
We come here for a long time, years and years.
Really?
And this is family restaurant, and everything here is for it. If you ask more, you bring more food. So I enjoy here.
It's got a good feel to it, doesn't it?
Oh, you betcha.
Oh, wait a minute.
You betcha.
They're bringing the cheese.
Oh, blue cheese.
Blue cheese. So wait a minute, what are we looking at here?
Only for children at lunch.
Wait a minute, the children get
ice cream, yes.
Ice cream?
She got one right there.
Okay, and the adults get
blue cheese.
Blue cheese.
But if kids like it, they get to eat it too.
Bosco ice cream. Bosco ice cream.
What?
That's Bosco ice cream.
What do you mean Bosco ice cream?
The blue cheese, that's what everybody here, the locals call it. That's the Bosco ice cream.
Bosco ice cream.
See, the Bosco ice cream is blue cheese, and that one is the dessert too.
It's kind of quiet out here in the bar while lunch is going on in there. I'm standing here with Linda. You're third generation.
Third generation, yes.
And up over the bar, these two fellows right here are...
That would be my dad and my uncle.
Now, they were second generation.
Correct.
It was started by your grandparents.
My grandparents,
and
Juan and Grace.
What was their vision? Was this coming to America and starting a business kind of a thing?
I think so, absolutely, yes. They met in Tehachapi, my grandparents did, and they decided to come to Bakersfield and start a business. And so they took over the hotel in the 30s. And they had 4 children, and my dad and my uncle helped my grandmother down here run the business.
So it's been a family business from the very beginning.
Since 1931.
And what were they like, your dad and your uncle?
A couple of characters. Yeah.
And how hard is it to carry on what they started, what their vision was, what their dream was?
It's not so difficult for me, especially because I know that my grandparents worked so hard to make a living here, and we just want to keep that going.
Yeah.
In their honor.
Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell Hauser, and it doesn't get any better than Noriegas in Bakersfield. And the next best thing to visiting there yourself, which by the way I highly recommend, is to see this adventure again on video cassette or DVD. To receive a copy, all you have to do is call 1-800-266-5727, and we'll be glad to send it to you right away.